Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted a cool garage, but not just any garage, a home base for our channel where we can hang out with the homies, do really cool car stuff, and I can fulfill my dreams about cars that I've always had growing up. Well, today, those dreams are coming true. Welcome our new garage. None of this even feels real right now, but let's start with a quick tour of the shop. If you're new to the channel, these are my 3 cars and they absolutely mean the world to me, and I want to introduce each one to you. So the 8.6, it holds a special place in my heart because this was the very first car that I had bought for myself and I never ever want to get rid of it. The GR Corolla, man, what a machine. This car introduced me to the world of rally and I bought it while I was in college. I loved the GR Corolla so much that I had to pick up the grandpa version of it, which is the Celica GT-Four, and this car is very special in its own regard to being a homologated rally car. I wanted this corner of the garage to be my hangout spot, so I have the video game console and then my simulator right here, so that way I can enjoy Forza and I can also see the cars in the background, which is truly just a dream come true. I can drive my GR in the game and then see it over there in real life. Tell me that's not the coolest thing ever. Of course, you have to have the mini fridge and then miniature versions of your cars. In this corner, I have water, so I'll be able to run a hose through the outside to actually wash the cars, which is gonna be great. I also don't fully know what to do here. I'm probably just gonna leave it kind of empty. Right now, I just have it for storage, but I'm thinking I might even wanna put a desk over here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What would you do with this space here? It's obviously still a work in progress. I'm gonna have the other pieces to this couch. This was just all I could fit in the cars when we were moving everything in here, but I definitely want to add some more furniture, some more shelving, maybe a table here and there. So that's probably what would go here. Maybe some shelves to hold all of my detailing products and my tools. What would you rate the new shop on a scale of 1 through 10? I think it's a 10 because it's everything I've ever wanted in a garage. Let's pull each car out of the garage so that way I can tell you why each one is so special to me and the story behind them. But in order to pull each one out, we have to hear the cold start first. Each car is so awesome in its own way, but we're gonna start with the 8.6 because this is the first car that I bought. When this car first came out, I really wanted to buy it, and I had to figure out a way to get it because I was only 10 years old at the time of this car coming out in 2012, and I ended up buying the car when I was 16. And the way I bought this car was I had a car detailing business that I worked on so hard. Weekends, weekdays, anytime I had free time, I was washing cars because I knew I had to do whatever it takes to get the 8.6 because this car, I mean, I had like other cars to compare, like, oh, I might want a Focus ST or like a Civic Si, but the 8.6 was ultimately the car that I knew I was gonna get no matter what. I didn't care if it was gonna be with 200,000 miles on it or it was gonna be a brand new one. I didn't care, I just needed an 8.6 in my life. The 8.6 taught me work ethic. If you really want something in life, go out there and get it. There's nothing stopping you. I'm originally not even from the USA. I was born in another country and my parents immigrated into the USA when I was a baby. So I really learned work ethic from my parents, but I was able to actually see it within myself through the 8.6, and that's why this car is so special to me, and I really don't ever want to sell it. This was the car I always drew. So I went to Japan one year in 2018 and I saw an 8.6 GR. It had a whole bunch of GR parts on it and they also had TRD parts available, and I knew that I wanted to have a TRD 8.6. So I bought a base model, threw on all the TRD parts, and here it is. It's just crazy to me. Like, I do love my other cars, but this one, no matter what, I don't care how many cars I have in the future or what's going on, this will always be my favorite car. I understand it might not be the fastest, it might not be the coolest to everyone, but to me, this is the coolest car in the world, and this car is worth $1 million to me. I wanted to keep this car very simple, OEM plus you could say. So I did the TRD lip kit, Titan 7 forged wheels, and I lowered it on Fortune Auto coilovers to give it a nice stance. I am personally not the biggest fan of a absolutely slammed car, so I wanted to make sure that for the 8.6 it has a very functional fitment. I also have the TRD spoiler on there, and probably the most obvious is the wrap color. So this is a Nosotec Dandelion Yellow. Absolutely love the way this wrap came out, and this wrap is actually approaching 6 years old now, and it really does look great. It does not look like a wrap, especially after all these years. I mean, it's just a little bit dirty right now. I do need to wash the cars, but that's probably gonna be the first thing I do at the shop. I absolutely love this car, and it holds a very special place in my heart, and the only way, God forbid, this car ever goes away is if it gets completely totaled beyond repair. But no matter what, I'm always keeping this thing. The GR Corolla, what a beast of a car. It genuinely feels like a pocket rocket. It is so much fun to drive, and I'm so happy that I bought this car. So when I was shopping for the GR Corolla, I wanted a daily driver version of the 8.6. Now, that's not to say that the 8.6 is not a good daily driver. It actually is really good. I mean, it's reliable, it's comfortable, there's nothing to complain about other than the road noise, but other than that, it is a perfect car. Now the GR Corolla, what I wanted was a little bit of a bigger car, right? So I wanted a back seat, I wanted to have more trunk space, maybe a little bit more of a comfortable, softer ride. So I thought the GR Corolla fits perfectly. It's just a better daily driver version of the 8.6, but it still retains the same fun factor that the 8.6 has, and also the same reliability factor that I get with the 8.6. Now I get it, Subaru, 3-cylinder, maybe don't sound the most reliable, but they've treated me very well. The reason the GR Corolla is so special to me is I was able to buy this car with the income I generated from making YouTube videos. Believe it or not, I started YouTube 10 years ago, and it took me 7 years to reach my first 1,000 subscribers on the channel. The goal was to always make YouTube videos on the things that I love and share it with you to also be able to enjoy them. I also want to learn about cars and be able to take you along for the ride with me, because this is all a learning experience. It's starting to rain now, so I'm gonna move these cars into the garage and we'll finish the GT4 inside. The GR Corolla introduced me to the world of rally, and that's ultimately what introduced me to this car, because I loved the GR Corolla so much that I wanted an older version of the GR Corolla, which I figured would be the Celica GT-Four. I absolutely love the stance of the GT4. It just screams rally, mostly due to the fact that it has such a spoiler. I mean, it literally says GT4 on the side of it. I love it. It gives that rally retro look that I absolutely love. This car is such a joy to drive. Older cars feel a lot more engaging than newer cars, but luckily the new cars that I have are also very engaging driver's cars, so it's actually not too much different, but the older car has characteristics that the newer car just lacks, and also vice versa. Like, the newer cars are more comfortable, but the GT4, such a rally car. I mean, it's a homologated rally car. Tell me that's not the coolest thing ever, and you get to drive it on the streets in the USA, because this car was never made in the US. It was made for Japan, and this car came from Japan. It's my first car that I imported. The lighting actually looks so dope outside right now, so let's do a quick edit on the GR. I want to show you the new merch that I did just drop. I collabed with Lens and Pistons to make some pretty fire merch. Sideways is the right way. We've got all the cars on the shirts. I think it's super cool. 3 designs, 1 for each car. I'm super proud of the designs, and if you want to support the channel, please do check it out. And if you're even willing to purchase a shirt, I'll have the link in the description. So what are my plans for the future? Well, now that I have my own garage space, I want to dive deeper into actually working on cars. More maintenance, more mods, things that I wasn't able to do without having my own garage. Now, I know my cars are, for the most part, stock, pretty OEM looking right now, OEM plus, you could maybe say. That was the approach I've always gone for, but now that I have my own space, that means more mods, more things we can do to the cars. So with the GT4, I really wanted to do sort of like an OEM, if you even want to call it a build, but I wanted to return this car back to stock, even though there wasn't really much to return back to stock, but I just essentially wanted to enjoy the car in its bone stock form so I could just feel the car as is, because it's a car from the 90s. It's really special, and I wanted to see what it would be like to drive it around and enjoy it the way it was designed to from the factory. And I think there's something really special about that. So I got to enjoy the car as is, and I've had it for about 6 months now, but I do think it is time to change some things up and do some mods on the car. Maybe we can do more of a rally approach on the car. I think that would be super, super cool. Now for the 8.6, this car needs potentially a new transmission. Right now, it's slipping really bad, and who knows, maybe I could get very lucky, and with simply switching out the fluid in the transmission, that could fix it. but I don't know. I'm not feeling too hopeful for that. So I have a strong feeling that we're gonna have to put a new transmission into this car, and that's gonna be a big project. That would be the project that, like the biggest project that I've ever done on a car, is swapping out a transmission. So I think it's gonna be a really good learning experience now having this garage, being able to work on these cars. And I wanna take you for the ride with me, because I think it'd be really cool to experience what it's like to dive into these cars, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I want to figure it out, learn it, and bring you for the ride with me. For the GR Corolla, I would love to design my own WRC inspired wide body kit for the car. It would be quite a hefty project, but that's something I am willing to take on and I really want to do. So that's something that's in the works, and I don't know, maybe one day we'll make it come to life. I think we will. It'll be really special. Let me know what you think of the new garage. I am super excited for what's to come, but if you guys enjoyed the video, please do make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.